360-degree stage. Jungkook everywhere? Fans fear one wrong seat could cost them that moment. Where will Jungkook look when he sings your favorite line? And what if you're not there when his eyes sweep past your section? Is a single mistake in choosing a seat enough to erase the moment you've dreamed of for years? As the seating map for BTS World Tour 2026 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas goes public, one terrifying thought dominates ARMY conversations. With a 360-degree stage, Jungkook is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. The map dropped on January 15, 2026, and within hours, social media was no longer calm. It wasn't celebration first. It was panic. Because this is not a normal concert. This is not a front stage, backstage situation where you simply choose close or far. This is in the round. The stage sits in the center. Jungkook will rotate, run, turn, smile, wave, sing, dance, breathe, and disappear from your sight, only to reappear somewhere else seconds later. The fear isn't missing the concert. The fear is missing him. What if he sings your favorite song facing the opposite direction? What if he throws a smile to the section behind you? What if the one night you saved money for, traveled for, waited years for, becomes the night you just barely miss every personal moment? This is why the Allegiant Stadium seating map didn't just create excitement. It created anxiety. The official map shows the stage placed in the middle of the stadium, surrounded by zones like Field Club, Win Field, premium sections, and multiple rings of seating rising outward. Capacity stretches into the tens of thousands. 3 nights are confirmed: May 23rd, 24, and 27, 2026, part of a massive world tour rumored to exceed 70 dates. Live Nation promotes it as one of the biggest tours in modern pop history. But for fans, the question is not how big it is. The question is, where will Jungkook be when it matters most? A 360-degree stage is supposed to make everyone feel closer. That's the promise. No bad side. No forgotten sections. But fans know the truth. Human eyes don't spin like cameras. Artists turn, pause, focus. They choose directions, even unconsciously. Jungkook might move constantly, but every second he faces one direction, he turns his back to another. And in those seconds, memories are either made or missed. On X, formerly Twitter, the reaction exploded. A post from @GigIguk announcing Allegiant Stadium map has been added gained over 10,000 likes in hours. Replies weren't just hearts and screams. They were questions layered with fear. Which side is best? What if my section is blocked? Does anyone know where Jungkook stands most? I don't want to miss his eye contact. Some fans shared possible views from sections like C112. Others begged for screenshots, seat simulations, advice from people who had attended in the round concerts before. One reply from a local account @Vegas simply called the map beautiful. But beauty doesn't calm fear. Beauty doesn't tell you where Jungkook will be when he sings the bridge that saved your life, because for many ARMY, this isn't entertainment. This is emotional investment built over years. Jungkook isn't just a performer. He is a memory trigger, a comfort voice, a face tied to survival stories, healing stories, growth stories. Seeing him live is not just seeing an idol. It is seeing a chapter of your life breathe in front of you. That's why choosing a seat feels like choosing fate. The layout shows multiple experiences. Floor sections close to the stage promise proximity. You might see sweat, hear breathing, feel footsteps through the ground. But the floor also carries risk. If Jungkook favors another side, you could spend entire songs watching his back. Upper sections give full stage views, choreography clarity, light effects, formations, but they may steal facial details, eye contact, micro-expressions that fans crave. And in a 360-degree setup, there is no main camera side. No official front. Every side is supposed to be equal. But fans know human movement isn't equal. Some sides will feel luckier than others. And no one knows which until it's too late. That uncertainty is what terrifies fans most, because you don't just buy a ticket. You buy hope. You buy the idea that Jungkook might look your way, that he might wave at your banner, that he might smile when you scream his name. that he might choose your side during your favorite song. What if he doesn't? What if your section becomes the one he rarely faces? What if you leave saying, "He was amazing," but deep inside you think, "I never really saw him"? This fear isn't imaginary. Fans who have attended 360-degree concerts before know the pain of watching an artist mostly from behind. They know what it feels like to stare at screens instead of faces. They know what it's like to realize that one small seating decision changed everything. Now add Jungkook to that equation. Jungkook is known for movement. He doesn't stay still. He runs along edges, crouches near fans, throws glances like arrows, laughs mid-song, locks eyes without warning. In a traditional stage, fans can predict zones. Front center is gold. Left and right have patterns. But in the round destroys predictability. He could sing one verse facing north, turn west for the chorus, kneel south for the bridge, and jump east for the final note. If you're lucky, he faces you during the moment you care about most. If you're not, you watch the back of his head while your favorite lyrics float into the air without you seeing his face. That's why ARMY are studying the seating map like a battlefield plan. They zoom in. They screenshot. They compare angles. They search for Allegiant Stadium concert views. They check accessibility layouts, premium zones, floor distances. They ask strangers online, "Have you sat here before? What does this section see? Is this blocked by lighting rigs?" Do you think Jungkook will spend more time on one side? But no one has the real answer. Not even the venue, because Jungkook is unpredictable, and unpredictability is both his magic and the fans' nightmare. Ticket sales open January 24th, 2026 at 1 p.m. local time via Ticketmaster. Fans know tickets will disappear fast. They won't have hours to analyze. They'll have minutes, seconds. They'll be thrown into a virtual queue, hearts racing, fingers shaking, trying to choose a seat while thousands of others click at the same time. Did I end that moment? You don't calmly compare angles. You grab what's available. And afterward, when the adrenaline fades, fear creeps in. Did I choose wrong? Will I see his face? Did I just pay to watch screens? This is how a concert becomes psychological warfare. The irony is that the 360-degree stage was designed to make fans feel closer, to remove hierarchy, to let every side feel important, to increase capacity so more people can attend. And it will do those things. More fans will get tickets. More fans will be inside the stadium. More fans will hear Jungkook live. But emotionally, it creates a new kind of pain, the pain of comparison. Because you won't just experience your concert. You'll see videos from other sections. You'll see clips where Jungkook smiled directly at someone else's camera. You'll watch fan cams where he knelt right in front of another section. And you'll think, why not me? Even if your night was beautiful, someone else's clip might make you feel like you missed something. And that feeling is dangerous, because concerts are supposed to be about presence, about being there, about sharing the same air. But social media turns every concert into a competition of angles, of proximity, of moments. With a 360-degree stage, that competition becomes brutal. One section might get a long interaction. Another might get choreography focus. Another might get crowd play. And each will feel like the lucky one, while others quietly wonder what they lost. This is why fans say they're afraid of losing a moment. Not missing the concert. Missing the specific second that becomes memory forever. Jungkook is famous for creating those seconds. A wink, a laugh, a sudden stop to listen to fans, a wave at a sign, a soft look during a slow song. These are not scheduled. They happen randomly. And when they happen to one direction. And if you're there, you carry that moment for life. If you're not, you watch it later and feel the hollow echo of what if. That's the true fear behind the seating panic. Not visibility, destiny. Because seat choice feels like choosing which version of the concert you'll get. Will you get playful Jungkook, serious Jungkook, dancing Jungkook, laughing Jungkook, looking at you Jungkook, or just Jungkook from behind? Fans in Indonesia, the US, Korea, Europe, everywhere are talking about the same thing. Some say they'll go multiple nights just to increase their chances. One night floor, one night upper, one night different side. But not everyone can afford that. For many, this is once in a lifetime. So they carry the pressure of making the right choice. But what is right when the artist moves like the wind? The seating map shows sections like Field Club, Win Field, premium areas, and rings of seats rising around the stage. Each has its own promise and its own risk. Floor is close but chaotic. Lower bowl is balanced but farther. Upper bowl is distant but completing view. Some fans argue that higher seats might be safer. You see everything. You don't depend on which way Jungkook faces. You watch the whole story. Others say that defeats the purpose. They don't want to see everything. They want to see him. They want eyes, not choreography diagrams. This debate is tearing fandom timelines apart. Choose higher. You'll see all of them. No, I want Jungkook close. But what if he never faces you? But what if he does? Every argument ends with the same truth. Nobody knows. And that's why the fear is real. Because once tickets are bought, there is no rewind. No reroll. No, let me try again. You sit where you sit, and Jungkook goes where he goes. Some fans try to calm themselves by saying that he moves a lot, that he'll try to face all sides, that 360 stages are designed for rotation, that he cares about fans everywhere, and it's true. Jungkook is known for fairness. He doesn't ignore sections. He plays with crowds. He moves, but movement doesn't erase chance. Even if he tries to share, some moments will always belong to one direction. That is unavoidable. This is why, for the first time, choosing a concert seat feels like choosing a lottery number. And everyone is praying they picked the winning one. As the days count down to January 24th, the tension grows. Fans are setting alarms. They are preparing devices. They are rehearsing clicks. They are memorizing sections. They are drawing imaginary lines through the stadium, trying to predict where Jungkook might stop most often. But Jungkook doesn't follow lines. He follows energy. He will go where the scream is loudest, where the signs catch his eye, where the moment pulls him. That means that even the best seat on paper might become invisible if the energy is elsewhere. So maybe the real question isn't where to sit. Maybe it's how to be seen. Fans are already planning signs, outfits, light stick movements, chants. They want to attract his attention. They want to become the moment. Because in a 360-degree world, visibility isn't just about angle. It's about impact. If Jungkook notices you, your seat becomes perfect. If he doesn't, even the closest seat can feel empty. This is the emotional math of fandom. This is why people are losing sleep over a map. This is why a stadium diagram feels like a destiny chart. And this is why, when BTS returns to the stage after a long break, this tour is more than a concert. It is a test of hope. Hope that you will see him. Hope that he will see you. Hope that when your favorite song starts, he will be facing your direction. And if he isn't, will the music still be enough? Most fans say yes. But deep inside, they know the truth. They don't just want to hear Jungkook. They want to be seen by him, even for 1 second. That second is what they are buying. That second is what they fear losing. When you see fans panicking over sections, don't laugh. They aren't choosing seats. They're choosing memories. And in a 360-degree world, memories are never guaranteed, only hoped for. And that hope, fragile and burning, is what turns a simple stadium map into an emotional battlefield. Because every square, every curve, every letter and number code on that Allegiant Stadium layout is no longer just architecture. It is a question mark, a maybe, a door that could open to the moment you've waited for, or close quietly while you're looking the other way. Fans know that Jungkook is not a static performer. He doesn't stand and sing like a statue. He breathes with the crowd, runs with the rhythm, reacts to noise, to signs, to light. That makes him magical. But it also makes him impossible to predict. In a traditional stage, there is comfort and direction. You know where front is. You know where cameras are. You know where artists usually focus during key parts of songs. In the Round destroys that comfort. There is no front. There is only movement. That movement is what fans are trying to decode. Some analyze past concerts where BTS used extended stages or partial 360 designs. They count how often Jungkook went left or right. They watch old fan cams frame by frame. They try to see patterns in his behavior. Does he favor certain sides? Does he return off into the center? Does he lean toward louder sections? But every tour is different. Every stage is different. Every crowd is different. And this tour is different from all before, because this is not just BTS returning. This is BTS after separation, after military service, after years of waiting. Emotions will be heavier. Energy will be louder. Tears will be closer to the surface. Jungkook himself will not be the same boy he was before. How will he move? No one knows. And that uncertainty is what makes fans feel like they're gambling with their hearts.